This Let's Play was supported by these awesome hobby companies.
Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Stormsunder. I'm here with Gerry.
Hello.
And we're going to be going through a little bit of a playthrough of this game to show you how it works. Now, important thing to note, this is not your standard dungeon crawler. This also has some heavy duty story mechanics built into it.
Yeah.
So, before we start playing, we need to play the story side of things. Yeah, Gerry?
Yes, we do indeed. Now, if you don't like to read, I hate you, but if you don't like to read, there is a version called Wordsunder where you can skip all of the text and just read like a little 2-line punchy bit at the end that tells you essentially what your choices are. Because even though you might not be reading the story, your choices still affect what happens later on. What things you do earlier may change what is available later on, and certain routes that open at the start where you've got a choice between visiting a house or going to a crypt. If you choose one of those over the other, you may discover that the other choice is lost forever. There are reasons behind everything.
So there's a nice branching story arc that can change how our encounters evolve.
Yes, there is.
Awesome.
So, if you're sitting comfortably, children,
I'll get comfy,
I'll
because
begin.
I don't have to read.
So Tar Pit, the city of vampires. Through cunning and stealth, the party finally arrived inside the walls of Tar Pit. Deep within the city lies the keep that once housed the royal family before the slaughter at the hands of the Vampire High Council. At the lowest levels of the keep is the royal vault, and within that vault rests an artifact that may help end the storm. The party sought brief respite at the twins' estate, a safe house of sorts in a city filled with bloodthirsty villains and countless perils. The home of the vampire twins is a house divided not by animosity but taste. Each room decorated by Alexander sports ornate furniture and fine silk curtains, while Alexandra prefers blood-stained walls and piled skulls. The party gathered in Alexander's study, served hors d'oeuvre by his human thralls, and rested their weary bones by a roaring fire. The council meets at the keep often. It is heavily guarded, Alexander said, pouring himself a glass of blood from a pitcher. You could always keep your appointment, Vanessa. Adina rolled her eyes in frustration. The vampire's mutual feud with Vanessa was becoming tiresome. Do you have any real suggestions, Alexander? Who said it wasn't a real suggestion? Accessing the vault would be a mere formality once we're inside, and I can think of no quicker way to enter the keep. And no quicker way for me to be executed, Vanessa said flatly. A bonus, to be sure. Blood? Alexander said mockingly, offering the pitcher to Vanessa, but was quickly snatched by Alexandra, who began drinking the contents without even pretending to first search for a glass. And what about Devore? He works in the keep, she said after finishing the pitcher and casually dropping it to the floor, taking a seat near her brother. The closest thrall, a woman of no more than 20, robotically knelt and began to clean the small drops of blood spilled from the polished wooden floor. Alexander slammed his glass down dramatically onto the armrest of the chair, spilling more blood for his thralls to clean. Devore, I'd rather take a bath in holy water than owe that imbecile a favour. Who's Devore? Adina asked distractedly. Her attention was split between the conversation and sorrowfully watching Alexander's thrall clean up after him and his sister. The priest had already made so many compromises to get here. What would she become by journey's end? Would Iedra forgive her? Could she forgive herself? Alexander tossed his glass into the fireplace and shattered it. He's an advisor to the council. The most important advisor if you ask him, the least important if you ask anyone else. And what power does he possess? He is gained by exchanging favours with all manner of riffraff. So people like us then, said Vanessa. Charming. I suppose I could arrange an introduction. His manor's not far from here, but be prepared to be sent on a ridiculous errand in exchange for his aid. So that's the setup.
Spicy. It's nice to see that the story instantly gives you that tension between all your characters.
Yeah. You haven't come together through any particularly friendly means, so
yeah,
it's a case of having to go down that rabbit hole wherever it leads you. So if we were playing the full game, we would now have a selection open to us. So House Potra would open up, Davers Manor, the Armory, Amelia's equipment, the High Council's keep, the Broken Tooth Tavern, or just take a stroll and have a random encounter, because you can't just go loot farming with random encounters throughout the city. Yeah. Those are locked for the demo, so we only have Devore's Manor.
Okay.
Now, we have here our 6 heroes. So we have Capic, we have Alexander, we have Vanessa, we have Adina, the priestess. We also have Winter, who's a type of a rogue, and we have Alexandra. Depending on who you bring, changes some of the outcomes. So the four at the front are the people we're actually going to be using.
Yeah.
More or less, we're leaving Winter and Alexandra at home because she's a bit mental. But if you are going to Devour's Manor, you do require at least one of them to be in your party.
So either Alexander or Alexandra?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're forced into certain other choices. So one of the vampires must be with you.
Okay.
So moving to Devour's Manor then.
Yes.
The party followed Alexander to Devour's Manor, an impressive home distinct from its neighbours, firmly placing its construction after the vampires had invaded Tar Pit. Every brick, window frame and door shined with a fresh coat of gold paint, giving the house a garish feel that was not likely intentional. Devour's private security greeted the party at the door and ushered them to the back of the house. The long hallway led to his private offices that were packed with relics, antiques and artifacts from around the world, more than a few of which Vanessa was sure was fake. The guards did not enter the office, but could be heard milling about just outside the door. Devour stood from behind his desk, an extravagant oak monstrosity with intricate designs carved over much of its surface, and Vanessa immediately recognised the telltale swirls of rune magic, the same that had covered a large part of her face. And what's more, she had seen the desk before. It had once resided in the lobby of the guild house of the Nuri. The thought of a vampire resting his feet upon it immediately filled Vanessa with seething rage. Devour stepped forward from behind the desk to shake Alexander's hand, his own sparkling with an absurd number of jewelled rings. Ah, Alexander, what a wonderful night for a visit from good friends. I wasn't aware you had any friends, Devour, Alexander said slyly. He shook his hand and then made a quick but obvious glance at Vanessa, a simple trick to entice Devour to do the same. He took the bait, sizing up the party before focusing on Vanessa. Still keeping unusual thralls, I see. Wait a minute. That eye patch. Devour physically recoiled, backing to his desk and knocking over a few quills. A strange idol made from bone fell to the floor. Alexander, is that Vanessa von Brandt? Easy, Devour. I've decided to take a page out of your book and keep my mind open to mixed company, Alexander said, winking. Devour retreated back behind his desk, never looking away from Vanessa. I'd never worked with the bloody Nuri. What on earth could you possibly... We need access to the old royal vault, Alexander said, picking up the bone idol and placing it back on his desk as he spoke. Now look at me and then look at my companions. I know the gears are already turning in your head. Go on, ask for your favour. Devour fell back into his chair. I mean, well, I couldn't possibly... Any favour. Feel free to think big. Yes, I could think of a task or two. Proper reimbursement for the danger this whole affair puts me in. Vanessa's anger had not subsided, and the longer Devour sat at his desk, the more she could feel that damning world would be... she felt that damning the world would be worth more if she could put her hands around his throat. She grabbed Alexander's shoulder, pulled him back, and said, "Can I just kill him?" So now we have a choice, a party choice. Do we kill Devour or let him live?
Well, I mean, murder's always fun.
Murder is, as you say, always fun.
But if we do kill him, we're kind of losing our first lead of the story.
That is true. So there'll be an awful lot of time spent wandering back alleys, exchanging favours in a most inappropriate way.
Yeah, I think let's let him live, let's do the favour. That's my vote.
Okay. So we're going to continue. Alexander smiled, but continued speaking with Devour. Incredible danger, he said sarcastically. Devour, who was becoming increasingly agitated, suddenly stood up. Gregor, he blurted out, almost before falling back into his chair. Alexander raised one eyebrow. Lord Gregor? Yes, I heard he is a special guest in the dungeon, underneath his estate. Top secret, illegal, in fact. I wouldn't even be able to tell you, and he wouldn't be able to tell anybody he was robbed. Devour licked his lips, baring his fangs for a moment in a sinister smile. I would very much like to feed on that guest. Adina, our priestess, is present.
Yes.
So, because she's present, we actually go to here.
So our party members who are there will trigger different aspects of the story.
Yes, and you go in order. So if you've got an either or, depending on who you've got, you start at the top and work your way down.
Gotcha.
So Adina has moral objections. She stepped forward and scowled at Alexander. I'm not comfortable with kidnapping. Liberating, Alexander said sweetly, holding his arms open slightly as if he had any hope of convincing the priest. It's reprehensible. He lowered his head a little and rubbed his forehead in irritation. What my devout companion means to say is she would prefer a different option, perhaps something a little more altruistic. Devore wrinkled his brow in confusion. What does altruistic mean? Never mind. Is there any other task you'd like performed in case Lord Gregor's special guest has a prior engagement? He contemplated for a moment. Well, there are the catacombs, he said with little enthusiasm. I've heard the council speak of problems below the city. The guards go in, and no one comes out. I could earn some pull with the city guard if I sorted that mess out. A monster hunt. Splendid, Alexander said, turning to give an irritated look to Adina. Is that more to your liking? She nodded, satisfied, and Alexander mockingly bowed to Devore with his right arm across his chest. Then we have our agreement. We'll perform one of these tasks for you, and in exchange you will sneak us into the royal vault. Alexander turned to leave, gesturing for the rest of the party to do the same. He raised a hand in farewell, but did not look at Devore again. It's been a pleasure as always, Devore, he said sarcastically. Devore leaned forward in his chair and yelled after him, I'd prefer the special guest. Oh, we'll consider it carefully. Ta-ta, Alexander said as he closed the door behind him. So the party has earned the altruistic title. So you actually get essentially a party progression sheet where you can list the titles and stuff, and certain things only become accessible if you have titles. So they all build up to the story that your party is building.
I see. So because Adina was here, we can't go and steal the person.
We can't go in.
We can't get him lunch.
Yes, we can't fetch him lunch. If we had brought one of the other ladies with us, and I use the term quite loosely for Alexandra, then yes, we may have been able to do something else.
Okay.
So following on, this brings us to the Catacombs. The altruistic title is required, which we have, and we must bring Capic and Adina, so the tank and the healer must come. But at this point, we've done the first little piece, and we could swap the other two. We could swap Alexander and Vanessa out.
So if we wanted someone a bit more
feral or roguish, we could bring one of those in.
Gotcha.
I'm quite happy to stick with Capic and Vanessa because I kind of know how they work.
Yeah, I've kind of got comfortable with Adina and Alexander.
Okay. So much of the catacombs beneath Tar Pit have seen little use since the vampires took over the city. Maze-like halls are filled with collapsed corridors and unfinished burial chambers, and something new. A rising threat lurks from beneath the city, worrying even the most powerful members of the High Council. So, off to page 14. If we had the title sealed, we would go to a different place, but we don't in this case.
Yeah, should just be next page.
So we are just jumping onto here. So, entrance to the catacombs. The entrance is adjacent to the ruins of the old cathedral. A fair hike from the twins' home. The party left the porterhouse at first light and made their way carefully through the city by keeping to the side streets and alleyways that make up Tar Pit's residential district. The vampires no longer fear the sun. Many still sleep throughout the day and making travel in daylight quicker, but more dangerous. It's difficult to be lost in the crowd if only one's awake are you and the city guards. So, we have Alexander in attendance.
Yep.
So we go to Q1 on page 14, so right next. If Alexandra was here, we'd actually go to a different thing, or if we just had a vampire, so there are possibilities to have other people, not just these named characters, although not currently. So the Catacombs con. It's a con job. When we reached the Catacombs, the entrance was blocked by a small group of city guards. They put their hands on their weapons and a female vampire in crimson armour steps forward to block the party's path. What business do you have here? She demands with authority. Alexander broke from the party to greet the guard captain. Good evening, my esteemed constables. I'm Alexander Potra. My companions and I have been enlisted by the High Council to rid you of your catacomb problem. So, this is a ability test for Alexander.
Okay.
You have to roll the fate dice.
Okay, both of them?
Yep. Add them to your charisma, and your charisma is the last stat at the bottom, the little face.
So 12.
Okay, so roll that. Be lucky.
9.
So that's 21. Your charisma check was a 20. So
just about.
You just about do it. So we go to page 30.
Okay, so if I had failed, we would go somewhere else.
If you fail, you just continue reading.
Gotcha. Now, he does have Savvy, so he's got a bonus to his base damage with swords and daggers.
Okay.
But if he fails a charisma test, he may make one additional attempt. So he does get a reroll.
Oh, he gets a reroll. Well, that's good.
So always make sure and read those cards, because there are some things on here that affect these storyline pieces.
Yes, and they don't affect the in-game. So, smooth as silk. I was told the High Council wished for the Catacombs entrance to be sealed, the guard captain said, hands not leaving the pommels of her swords. Commanding the moment, Alexander continued to walk past her, as if there was no reason for him to be stopped. Change of plans, or delay, I suppose. Please do not wall us up while we do your job for you. The guard captain sneered as he walked past. You pompous little... Let them through. The guard captain waved her squad away, and they quickly separated to make room for Alexander and the rest of the party. Why get reprimanded for killing you, when whatever down there will do it for me? Alexander turned his head to look at the captain. That's the spirit, he said, smiling. So, we've earned the Open Catacombs title. And we now go to page 20.
See, I kind of like this choose your own adventure feeling where you're flipping forward and back through the booklet.
Yeah, it means you're very unlikely to see something on the page you're on that's immediately going to affect you. So it also means you can't try and second guess where you should be going. No thumbs in the book on this one, folks. Into the dark. The party has entered the catacombs and carefully descended the crumbling stone staircase, with only Adina's torch to light their path. The stairs show signs of repeated footsteps, disturbing the cobwebs and dust, but all appear to have been travelling downwards. No one who has entered the catacombs of late has returned. When the party reached the last step, Capek took the lead, peering into the darkness for any sign of movement. The dead do not rest here, he said without explanation, and entered a large room at the base of the stairs. The party followed. Adina walked along the left wall, shining light onto the relief carved into the stone. They were untouched from the days of Tar Pit before the vampires, depicting the royal families of generations past. Good people prayed for their loved ones here. They are all with Yadira now. Adina closed her eyes and thought of Potra thralls and how they were denied everything, even death. Capek and Adina entered the doorway leading further into the catacombs, walking shoulder to shoulder. They walked for several minutes, passing dozens of sealed vaults, until their progress was blocked by a collapsed tunnel. Large wooden support beam rested atop a pile of dirt and stone, blocking their path. With enough strength, it may be possible to lift the beam high enough to provide a small opening for the party. Even touching the beam might break loose more rock and add new occupants to the old catacombs. Alternatively, there appears to be an antechamber to the left that may lead around the collapsed area. So, do we want to attempt to move the beam and clear a path through the collapsed tunnel? Which is a strength check.
How strong are you?
I'm very strong. Capek is strength 12, but he gets +3 to all strength tests, so really he's 15.
Right.
And we need a 22, so 7, so it's a 50-50.
Yeah, and the other one? Agility?
The other one, no, that's not for that. That's only if I fail the strength check.
Ah, okay.
So
the other one has
the other one is to go off.
The choice.
Yeah, it's try and lift the beam or go to the antechamber.
Honestly, I would say you're the strong guy. Are you going to be big, dumb, and go, I'm just going to shift this? Or are you going to look to the party and go, what do?
No, I'm just going to plow ahead. This is why tanks are at the front. Always follow the tank. If the DPS are in front, then they tank whatever's there. That's the rules. While I'm up front, I get to make the choices. Our survey says 7, which is just enough. That's our 22 we need. So having that, we go to number 4, clearing the way. You successfully wedge the beam into a crevice near the ceiling, lifting the incredible amount of solid stone as you do so. There's now a decent-sized hole that even the largest party members should be able to wedge themselves through. Capek, I assume, didn't skip lifting beam day. So this is actually a party perception check, so all of us make a perception check.
Okay.
So your perception is your little crosshair stat.
Okay.
And we're looking for a 22.
Okay.
You only need one success when it's a party thing like this. So I'm going to go with Capek is the worst. I'm going to go with Vanessa first. 4. That's particularly bad. Capek, he say 9, which wouldn't even come close.
All right. So Alexander has a 5.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's 17.
Mm-hmm.
Then Adina has a 4.
Oh, that's
3.
unfortunate.
Okay.
So, our survey says we're not that perceptive.
Yeah. See, I have to wonder, would we have had better luck if we'd had a different party member who was like super perceptive?
Almost undoubtedly so.
Yeah.
A tale of noise. The party reaches another fork, this one caused by a massive boulder that the designers of the Catacombs decided would be easier to dig around than break apart. Both of the paths, left and right, are just as dark and full of cobwebs as the rest of the Catacombs. An almost rhythmic repetition of stone banging against stone is clearly coming from further down the right path, but the source of the noise is unclear. So another perception check, this time requiring only a 21.
Okay.
So, come on, Vanessa.
For
Ooh,
10.
10, that's 22, so that's a pass, so we don't need to roll the rest.
Yeah.
A faint voice, the endless cacophony coming from the muffled path almost obscured it, but you managed to hear a muffled voice echoing from the left. It sounds like sobbing. It's difficult to be sure without getting closer. So we can follow somebody sobbing in the darkness on the left or towards the banging sound to the right.
Right. We have Adina with us.
We do.
And I think if she was hearing that, she's a bit of a goody two-shoes.
Yes.
She would go, guys, there's someone crying. Let's go. Come on, this way,
Okay.
down this path. What do you think?
The only really terrible person here is Alexander. Vanessa obviously doesn't like vampires.
Yeah.
So but generally she's quite nice. The tank came here to help people.
Yeah. So I think, we're going to the crying.
Okay.
That's my vote.
You follow the sound to a dead end. All the tombs leading to this point were sealed, but the sobbing is coming from one that's clearly been disturbed.
Well, that's not good.
As we enter the tomb, weapons at the ready, inside we find a wounded city guardsman, a vampire covered in blood and dust with a large chunk of his cheek. Helmet has been cleaved off. He doesn't appear to be gravely injured, but he's definitely in shock. All of the occupants of the tomb have been ripped from their resting places and their bones piled up in the opposite corner from the guard. "They came for us," he said. Adina kneels by the guard and attempted to comfort him. The guard stared blankly forward, not registering the priest was not a vampire herself. "Who came for you?" The guard shivered. "The dead. They came for us. They were dead, all dead, dead by dead." Adina looked up at the others. "He's delirious. I'm not sure we can help him." The guard shivered once more. "Certainly not here." "Do we leave the guard, take him with you, or kill the guard?"
This is where it's me going, I don't really want to have a gibbering idiot tailing along behind us.
Yes.
So, what do you think, Gerry? I'm voting against taking him with us.
I definitely think we should take him with us.
Roll off?
We're not going to kill him.
No.
That would just be terrible.
Yeah. So, highest comes up, 5 for me.
Survey says 3, so
Leave
we're
him behind.
leaving him. You're a fiend. Adina says a short prayer for the guard and the party leave him muttering. They return to the fork to try their luck with the right path and its mysterious noise. And it is T5 we want.
Okay.
Busy work. It didn't take the party long to reach the source of the banging. At the end of the right tunnel is a large T-shaped room crawling with undead. One group's attempting to break into a tomb at the base of the T using a large chunk of broken pillar like a ram. The tomb is covered from floor to ceiling with runes, glyphs and forms of magical and mystical calligraphy that haven't been practiced for centuries. Some of the tomb's wards had already been triggered, evidenced by the soldiers laying on the ground, dead again and smouldering. Across the room from the heroes, a group of undead were dragging corpses towards a distant exit. The tomb where the entrance walls had been decimated to allow easier entry, and in the middle of the room several undead soldiers were attempting to free themselves from some sort of mystical pit that appeared to be losing energy with every passing moment. We have Vanessa. So we just go to here, the hero's tomb. Vanessa peers at the undead soldiers behind the edge of the tunnel. Damn it, they disturbed the hero's tomb. Capik smiles briefly. "I was wondering when you would speak up." Adina was confused. "Why is that?" she asked. Capik gave her a sideways glance. "Vanessa has been in the catacombs before." "You knew the way," Adina blurted out, annoyed and perhaps too loudly. She quickly covers her mouth. "I always know the way," Vanessa says flatly. And then she looked at Adina with her one good eye. But last I checked, we weren't lost. Vanessa returned her attention to the undead who were yet to notice the party. The catacombs simply aren't that big. Capek put his hand on Vanessa's shoulder to get her to face him and the rest of the party. Enough. Who is the hero? He asked sternly. Vanessa stood up, choosing to take off her hat and polish the buckle as she spoke. The hero of Tarpit. She was a mage who knew she would die, so she set traps around her tomb. Returning the hat to her head, she looked back over her shoulder into the room behind her. When I was young, my father told me one of the crypt keepers lost his hair all over his body When I was young, my father told me one of the crypt keepers lost his hair putting her body inside. He was probably just pulling my leg, though, she said with a hint of sadness. Vanessa, Capek looked towards her and began to raise his hand. She quickly knocked it away with her own, facing him once more. Akatala me, Vanessa said in Aklakan, so only Capek could understand him. You're supposed to hug the opposite wall to avoid the magic. Those ghouls apparently didn't get the message. This place is a death trap. There's supposed to be a way to shut it all down, but damned if anybody alive knows. Adina stops listening to Vanessa. Has the banging stopped? And this is our first encounter then. So there were several points where we could have hit encounters beforehand, but this is actually quite a large one. So here's the T-shaped corridor. Our heroes have broken in on the left, and if I look at the encounter, the objective is to slay all the enemies, of which there are currently 8 on the board. We are defeated if all the heroes are downed. There is no time to rest. And the adversary deck heroes, 2 of each, except Adina, who should have 4, plus 5 standard adversary cards and 2 advanced. So we'll shuffle those out when we're building the board.
Yeah, I'm assuming Adina's going to want to hang back on this one.
Well, she may not get the opportunity.
All right.
If she hangs back and people keep targeting her because she's the closest, they'll just swarm her. So we'd be leaving her behind to die.
Oh, I see.
Because she has more adversary cards in the deck than anybody else, so she's going to be targeted more often.
Yeah.
The glowing priestess apparently is she's like catnip for undead.
Yeah.
So, there you go. We have some levers, obelisks, altars, Makati urns, some gold chests.
Any last story bits?
No last story bits until we get into this.
Okay.
So that is us at the Catacomb of the Fallen Hero.
All right, well, let's take the time. We'll get set up and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, everybody, myself and Gerry are back. We have set up our Stormsunder scenario. So we have completely rebuilt the map to lay everything out. We have our adversaries, we have our heroes, we have all of our terrain, some of our interactable stuff on here, and we have loaded ourselves out with our first hands. Along the top, as you can see, we've got our time tracker here telling us who's activating and when.
Yeah, it's nicely balanced in this one. We get a hero, we get some mobs, we get a hero, we get some mobs, we get a hero, we get some mobs, we get a hero. It's all perfectly fine. We're all going to be fine here. How are you?
Well, who are the adversaries in this particular one?
Okay, so we have Makati Spearmen and Ra Sworn. So these are undead from a neighbouring city full of undead. So Tarpit is vampire central. The vampires came in, wiped everybody out.
Yeah.
The Makati are an older empire. What they're doing here, nobody's entirely certain. But we have 2 types. So we've got the very biffy Ra Sworn, who can do some healing. They're a bit biffy and they have command as well. They're your elites. We have 2 of those, one up here.
One over here.
And one over here.
Yeah.
We also then have 6 Makati Spearmen who are spear throwers. So there's 3 in this corner and then there's 3 at this top section as well. They can attack. They are a bit elusive. They don't block line of sight for other people behind them. They'll nimble forward, chuck a spear, and then sort of bounce back if they can.
So they're a little more clever?
They're a little more annoying because they're not just going to charge at us. There are 3 levers in this game.
Yes. So 1.
Yep. 2.
3.
And 3. Those levers have a special effect attached to them for this scenario. So for the purposes of this, if we choose to activate a lever, it costs 3 AP.
Right.
You roll a fate dice to determine what the type is. It will either be strength, agility, or spirit. And once the lever stat has been identified, ignore that stat when rolling for the others. So one will be agility, one will be strength, and one will be spirit. We won't know until we pull them. And once one's gone, it's gone. So it's a 50-50, and then the last one will always be the third.
Yeah.
If we get the right ones. Now, bearing in mind, Caparocca there with his strength 15 could pull the spirit lever, which would not be a good thing.
On accident.
Because you don't know in advance. The strength lever is a strength 19 test. On success, you get 2 consumables for your party.
Oh, lovely.
On failure, you assign 3 damage to all nearby allies.
Okay.
And nearby is a big zone.
Yeah.
The agility lever is a 19th agility test. On success, you each receive 5 XP, and on failure, you apply fatigue to nearby allies.
Bad things.
Not great. And the last, the spirit lever, is again a test 19. On success, all enemies are assigned 4 damage. So assigning skips the armor.
Yep.
Great. On failure, spawn 2 additional Makati Spearmen adjacent to the lever if able.
Okay.
So yeah, you could go to an awful lot of effort to kill some Makati Spearmen up and then fluff your roll and drop 2 right on your head again.
Yeah, I think if we find out we have the spirit one at the end and we've killed a ton of them, let's maybe not do that.
Okay.
Unless we know we have someone with great spirit.
Well, and here's how the game self-balances. Because you'd read that and you go, I'm not pulling a lever. You can't make me pull a lever. It's a stupid thing to do. When a round ends, if the party didn't successfully activate a lever that in that round or the round before, all the heroes get 3 damage, and a level 2 Makati warrior spawns adjacent to H2. Always place their initiative card at the end of the activation order, and repeat this every round until a hero successfully activates a lever, resetting the 2-round window.
So basically, from the get-go, we need to be booking it to a lever.
Yes, we need to get to a lever and be in a position to pull a lever very quickly, or we're going to end up swamped by Makati warriors. And that's every 2 rounds. So it's an 8-round game. That's potentially
a lot
for 8 Makati warriors, at which point you've probably gone down because you've been just overwhelmed by Makati warriors.
Right, so we'll probably need to grab the other warriors out of the box then at some point.
Yeah.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
If at the end of round 2 we haven't, then we'll squirrel off and find where those nuts are hidden. But until that point, we have a goal. Our goal is to kill everyone. Kill everyone while pulling levers. If we can kill everyone, we win.
Okay.
And we've only got 8 people to kill. How hard could it be?
Well, they're all level 2.
Yes.
Spearmen have 18 health.
I'm with you.
And the Rasworn have 25? I'm going to say 25?
They have 25 health. They are level 2.
Yeah, I'm having to read the cards upside down.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. There's 2 ways to look at this. The Rasworn will heal nearby allies if they're within the zone for 3. So we either need to pick a target and cripple that target immediately, or we go for the Rasworn first and take the fact that you're going to get chipped away. Power is going to be major here. We need to get power out and onto the big ultimates to actually stand a chance of not being murdered to death. There is a chest and there are 2 consumable tables. So
so here.
Chest here, and the last consumable is here. They will also give us stuff if we get to them and interact with them.
Do we have time though?
Yeah,
we are on the clock.
There are people down there who need to be killed. There are also 2 holes. You can see over them, but you can't cross them. So don't unless you can fly. Don't go near a hole.
Yeah, I don't think I can fly.
Yeah, don't go near a hole.
Yeah,
it's probably safer.
One thing you have is you have a little familiar this time.
I have the Greater Hawk. So my hawk is sitting here beside Vanessa. It can fly 5. It has a 4 dice attack, 3 green, 1 red. Can't be targeted, can't block line of sight and stuff like that. So it will flutter along happily with me, doing a bit of additional damage. I can use it to flank. So
that could be useful.
It could be incredibly useful for us.
Right. So the question is,
who goes first?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I'm glad you asked.
It is.
I'm going to put the encounter book over there because we don't really need it right now. I would suggest, obviously me, because I'm great, but also I'm very slow.
Well, Alexander has a movement of 6. Adina has a movement of 4.
I have 3 for Caparocca, my tank, and Vanessa has 5 movement, but she also gets a bonus 2 movement at the start of her action. So really she's got 7. She's a whippet.
I would suggest
Yes.
move the tank first.
Oh, good.
Because
Yes.
if we get anything targeting the closest, it'll go after him first, and he's got the best defense.
Yes, I see where you're going, because we've got 3 in between, and they could come for me because of health or nearness.
Exactly, and I've got plenty of healing on Adina
Okay.
right now, so I could help you out if you need it.
Okay, grand. So we will do this. We'll start the bidding with Caparocca. He has to play Outcast because it's a negative card.
Okay.
0 AP cost, so that's good. But other heroes may not use cards during my activation, so I don't think it's likely to happen, and I'm glad I've got it out now.
Yeah.
Instead of later on in the game.
Where you're maybe getting hammered and dying for a bit of healing.
I'm just going to go straight down Main Street, so 1, 2, 3 will get me to there.
Yeah.
What other things do I have?
Going Yoo-hoo?
Well, I could dash for nothing to gain 2 speed this activation, which would push me on.
Be useful, because I mean, like,
stop me lagging behind.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you could get to like up here.
Yes.
You've got this, so if they start chucking spears at you, you've got some defense.
I've got a cover in my way. Yeah. Yeah. In this case, sometimes they are. You can get stuff off them, but in this case, both the urns and the altars are just
okay.
bits of guff. So I will dash for 0 and go 1, 2 to there.
So you're here now.
Now, I'm going to keep Defender. This hero is immune to 2 status effects from an incoming attack. That's good. They're both 0s. Punch. Punch for 1 green dice. It's worth 2 power to me if I discard it, and I will discard it for 2 power. So it's time to start filling up
that bank.
Filling up the shield bash, I feel, because it assigns 5 damage to adjacent attackers.
Yeah.
Not attacker. Attackers. Yeah. And I intend on shield bashing my way to fun and profit.
You see, I may start doing something similar with Adina, because her big one's Smite. Slate all adjacent raised soldiers.
Good.
These are raised soldiers, aren't they?
They are, yeah. It's good.
So she just goes down, go to sleep.
I believe you've got soldier, commander, elite, support and stuff. So the spearmen are soldiers, the Rasworn are commanders. Okay. So it won't affect them.
That's fine though. I mean, like if I can quickly knock out even 3 of those in one shot, would be lovely.
I get a Jawbreaker, Take a Breather, and Charge. So a 1 point, a 2 point, and a 3 point card for my hand draw for
lovely,
Kappa.
lovely.
Leaving me ready for next turn, and we move to Makati Spearmen 1.
So that is this gentleman right here.
And he's going to come for Vanessa.
Oh, isn't he just terrible?
He is very terrible.
Yeah. So from here, what's his move?
He has a mighty move of 3.
Uh-huh.
And he will attack within range 4. So he'll come up to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just short.
So he
of
will
reaching
need to
Vanessa.
prepare.
Yeah. So he gets a prepared marker.
Right. So what does prepared mean for everybody at home?
So the first time somebody moves in line of sight and within zone 1 of a prepared attacker. So essentially somebody who's activated and were unable to complete their attack, they prepare and they get a chance to attack as soon as somebody else activates.
Yeah.
A zone is anything within a map section or up to a yellow dotted line. So this map section is actually 2 pieces. So this is a zone to the north and this is a zone to the south.
Yeah.
So zone 1 would be anybody moving into here. Right. If he was in this area, he could attack anybody in this zone or this zone or this zone because they're all one zone adjacent, essentially. So you've got fields are the individual squares, zones are the larger map sections. I mean, the map is the entirety of it. So yeah, he's ready, he's willing, he's going to have a go soon. Yeah. Makati Spearmen 2 is going to come after Adina. So, unfortunate.
So he's going to have a go at me. So he will go 1, 2, 3 to here.
Yes.
And he will also be forced to prepare.
He will. There we go.
Put that there so I can keep an eye on it. Then number 3.
Number 3 is going to harass the nearest enemy. So
that'll be yourself.
It is me. All nearby enemies are assigned 3 damage. Now, nearby is within a zone. You're not within my zone.
Yeah, you're
so
on your lonesome.
He'll come to me. none of yous will take the damage from this, which is great for us.
Yeah. So he's going to go 1, 2.
He doesn't even have to move to 3. He just needs to move within range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He only needs to move 1 and take a shot, essentially.
Okay.
Because they won't advance
too far
unless they're melee troops. If they can advance
troop, they'll
far
stay
enough,
at range.
Yeah, they get within range, then kick off. His range is
4
for spear throw, so it's a careful advance. 3 green dice, and the closest nearby Makati Spearmen makes a free activation. So this one here will also get a shot at me as well.
Yeah. Now I assume that can't chain off each other.
No, because it's a free activation. It's for him.
Yeah.
So,
what you got?
Hopefully not a huge amount, but we'll see. There's nothing special on his spear throw, so 1 damage. I have a defense of 3 and a total armor of 7 at the moment. Well, armor and defense.
Yeah.
So he's okay. His friend
buddy will activate.
Yeah.
Just take a swing.
And 3 again.
You're laughing.
Won't beat my defense, so I don't lose any armor either.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing these guys only like chucking 3 green dice at you, not too scary.
Yeah, if they can get close enough to impale, they will, at which point it's 3 red dice and 2 green.
Yeah,
they're
a bit
much
more scary.
Much worse. But they only do that if they're within range, if they're adjacent, if they can make it into to melee range.
Yeah, otherwise they'll just throw a spear at you.
They'll stay back.
All right, so we're on to...
It's on to a hero. You need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero.
Right, Vanessa might be useful now.
She might be.
Because could she move herself up into a position, say about here?
Could she? Yeah, maybe she could. Does she want to? Possibly not.
Yeah. So she could get up to there. Could she shoot around the corner here?
I actually have a 5 field range. So if I move for free, 1, 2, and then make my 1, 2, 3 move to here, it'll trigger him. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not in range. So he won't get to hit me.
That would be useful.
But yeah, I can shoot him back.
This one as well, because they're both 1 field.
Yeah. So I'd rather trigger them from a distance than receive 2 spears to the face.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I get my free moves, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 to there.
So he triggers and hits nothing, and he triggers and hits nothing. I think that's it.
Yep.
All right, I'll take those away.
Now, not sure where my Greater Hawk moves. I believe I move 5. It's got a 1 range attack with 4 dice. It's actually quite biffy in combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could get to there and have a shot. Okay, so I'm going to shoot first, and then I'll call my hawk in to peck at his face.
Yeah, sure.
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah. Right, just an offer here. So I could increase your base damage by 2 as well if you want, with the glory of Tar Pit.
Might not be a bad idea.
I don't mind spending it because Alexander gets to draw 1 at the beginning of the round anyway.
That's probably ideal then.
Yeah, so I'll do that.
Okay.
Have +2 to your base damage.
I will also use Explosive Shot 2 for 1. It requires ranged, and I will assign 4 damage to all enemies adjacent to the target. So the other 3 that are in there will get 4 damage for their troubles.
So adjacent is in the zone?
Adjacent is in the zone.
Gotcha. So you just...
Oh, sorry, no. Adjacent isn't. Adjacent is adjacent. Nearby is in the zone.
Ah, gotcha.
So I would just apply to him.
Yes. You
but I can't imagine they're going to pop up again.
Him.
Yeah.
I would take that all day.
I've got a base damage of 3 plus
2.
2 for your tar pit.
Yeah, so that's 5.
I roll 4 green dice. So 2, 4, 6, and 5 is 11. He has an armor of 1, so he's going to take 10 points of damage.
Lovely, lovely.
That's on Makati Spearmen 1.
Yes.
And then his friend will take 4.
And he will take 4. So there's your 4.
Thank you. That's Makati Spearmen 2.
Yeah, and I think Mr. Number 1 takes it as well, doesn't he?
No, it's assigned 4 damage to all enemies adjacent to the target.
Ah, only
So,
adjacent? It
yeah.
feels weird that you'd have an explosive that wouldn't hurt the target.
Yeah, but it does say
Oh, well.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Doesn't say
Not
everybody.
him and adjacent.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring
Your hawk.
my hawk in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to there.
Uh-huh.
And he will attack for 3 green, 1 red, with supporting fire to give him additional 2 green for no cost. So 3, 4, 5 green, 1 red.
Ooh, that could be spicy.
I'm hoping to polish this one off because I'd like to get rid of it before the RAS one starts healing.
You've got a crit.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Special is nothing for that. However,
So it's 5 more damage.
5 more damage to it. Puts it on 15
of a possible 18.
of a possible 18. That's quite good. I won't say no to that.
Yeah.
Anything left to do?
Don't believe so.
I'm going to discard punch to gain 2 power for woman possessed or in the rear wanting to murder everybody.
Yeah.
And that is me.
All right. So now 4, 5, and 6 will go for the spearmen.
4, 5, and 6. So number 4 is going to come for Alexander.
Okay. So this is number 4 here.
Yes.
Here you go. 1, 2, 3.
And he will prepare. Yep.
Okay. Then we'll move on to number 5. Who's
Number
it going after?
5 is a challenge to the highest health. So
Oh,
currently
you.
I have health 30.
So 1, 2, 3, I would assume.
Yep.
And then you're 1, 2, 3. You're more than 4 away, so he'll prepare.
He'll prepare. And the 6th Makati Spearmen, who's currently down here, is going to come for Adina.
Right, if you want to move him.
1, 2, can't land on an obstacle or a friend, so
He might shimmy across one.
he could shimmy across one or stay there.
I think he
But
would shimmy
shimmying
across,
across one would make you closer.
Yeah.
And he will prepare.
Yeah.
And then that moves us back to a hero.
Right. So I think I can get Adina up there and slap that spearman that you've been working on.
Okay.
Because I can play her dash to gain +2 speed, bringing her to 6, which will bring me to here.
Yes.
And then her mace has a range of 1 and you don't block with the budgie.
I don't block, you're correct. There are 2 people left to activate. One is the RAS one here, one is the RAS one up there.
Yeah.
Potentially they could come for you.
Yeah, but I would rather do that than let him heal that and just have him gone.
Try and kill him off before he gets the chance.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
It's an interesting thought. Is she more likely to do it than Alexander?
Well, she has a base damage of 4. Alexander, see, he's got a lot of big stuff on him that I would like to hang on to, just if somebody else turns up and goes, hello, by the way, I'm big and nasty, would you like to hit me?
Yes.
So I'm thinking she's the best option.
Okay, go for it.
All right. None of us have taken damage yet, so I will play the dash for 0. So her speed is now 6, and she will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diagonal.
Yep.
And then she will slap him in the head.
Okie dokie.
For 3 blue dice.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can add to this? Not particularly.
Because you have a 2-inch or 2-inch, 2 field range with your mace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's
on the little target.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 4 base.
Yep.
So that's an additional 3 done. So it doesn't really matter what I roll here. He's dead.
Yeah. As long as you don't mess up, you're fine. And you can't mess up.
Yep,
Grand.
that's fine. And I would have got the heal too anyway.
Yeah. So the first Makati Spearman is dead.
Yep. I get
That's
to
a
draw
can
loot.
span. So that's good. You do get to draw 1 loot.
Pop. I found a gold coin.
Excellent.
You find some coin. 1 coin, in fact.
Have 1 gold coin.
Donkey shank.
Enjoy that. That's yours forever. There may be a test later.
Well, you know, I'll quite happily take that and buy a beer later.
I'm going to just remove Makati
from the line.
Spearman 1
Yeah.
and push our hero down 1. So next turn we'll be starting from Makati 2.
Yeah. So that was here.
Yes.
Is there anything else I would like to do? I think I'm going to discard punch
Yes.
for 2 power
I would.
because
Power is great. It's all about the power. Unlimited power.
And is there?
I learned this from Shiv Palpatine.
Yep. Now, I still have, I think, 2 energy left because my attack only cost me 3.
Yes.
The dash was a 0 and the punch was discarded for 2.
Yep.
So I am going to use Yedra's Light. So apply stun to a vampire or raised enemy.
Okay. Grand. So you can pick any raised enemy. Is there a range on it or anything else, or is it just a blanket apply?
There you go. Have a look.
So
no range or anything.
Yep.
And it's
so no range. So you're grand.
Yep.
So everybody is raised.
Yeah.
Our choices are one who's up there and about to activate next,
yep.
or
I'm
him.
thinking him.
Yeah, stun him so he can't do anything.
Bop. And I think that was worthwhile. I then get to draw my 3.
Yeah.
So I get Empower.
Good.
I get Burst Healing.
Excellent.
And I get Rebirth. So
magnificent.
So Rebirth is good for reviving downed allies. It's worth 3 energy. I can heal all allies for this hero's spirit base damage, which is nice. And the other one is an ally gains a power. That's pretty tasty.
That is fairly nice.
Right.
I'm going to have to look up your spirit base damage, aren't I?
Yes, you will.
That's terrible.
I'll make you do that whenever we're between rounds.
Okay.
All right, so in the meantime, this will move on to Wrathsworn 1.
He is stunned. He will skip his next activation.
All right, I'll remove that.
Just remove the stun.
Yep. And Wrathsworn 2 gets to do some stuffs.
He will come after Adina.
Oh, what a terrible, terrible man.
Well,
where's he going?
You say man. Jackal
man thing, jackal
he
thing.
He moves 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
we'll get him to there.
Sense.
And then he has nothing at range. Heal the ally who has lost the most health within one zone for 3.
We forgot something. Whenever I moved into this zone, these guys would have activated and done nothing because 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they can't reach.
Yeah, so their prepared is all gone.
Okie dokie. There was nobody with any damage, so Fell Restoration doesn't apply in this instance.
Okay.
But he has command. If an ally is within 3 range, closest halt, and the closest ally immediately makes a free activation with 2 damage bonus.
Okay.
The ally may not activate other allies. An ally is within range 3. There are several allies within range 3.
Yes.
Closest ally, of which we have 3 all equidistant,
yeah.
will now make a free activation, which I imagine will be 4.
Yeah, because he's the closest.
1, 2, 3, 4. He only needs to move to there, and he can take a pot shot at me for free.
Yes.
With +2 base damage.
Yes.
So 3 green dice.
Yep. Roll them.
With a +2. So that's 3 and 3 is 6. My defense currently is 3 and my armor is 4, so I've got a mitigation of 7. So it's not getting through.
Yeah.
It is over my base defense though of 3.
And that takes your armor out. Yeah.
Which will knock 1 pip off my armor. So I go down to armor 3.
That's kind of key to remember. Okay.
Which is kind of annoying. I don't like him very much. They must die. They must all die.
We'll murder him later.
Yeah. Wrathsworn's done. He prepares because he couldn't do anything further.
And I'm silly because I was moving a hero token, not the time token. And then we have our last hero, which is
Alexander.
Alexander, yes. Right. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and hit him.
Yes.
Wee bop. So he's at full health, yeah?
He is, as you say, at full health.
I need to draw one for the start of the round. So I get riposte. Discard 1 to attack with this hero's primary weapon. So I can get a second swing.
You can get a second swing. That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
The reason he's drawing one is he gets a special ability. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Tranquility didn't trigger because I did damage with Adina.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So if I want to attack, it's going to cost me 3 energy.
It will.
I get 3 green and 1 red.
You will.
And on double special, I assign whatever damage I've done.
Which is excellent. Skip all the armor. They only have armor 1, but it's quite nice to skip it.
Yeah. So He's currently taking 2. Up.
There's 4 there.
4.
Plus your base.
3.
So that's 7.
7 becomes 6 damage to him.
6 damage, yep.
That's pretty nice.
On to number 2.
On to number 2.
So number 2 already has 4 on him, so he's up to 10 actually.
Yeah, so let's trade all that out just for a 10. Because that's just a little bit nicer looking. Right. As they say, second verse, same as the first. Riposte.
Yes. Riposte for your other...
To swing again?
Yep.
So he's taking 2. And I'm then doing...
2, 4, 5 plus your base 3, so 8.
So 7.
So 7 points of damage.
He's sitting with 1.
He is 1 off dying. Bet you wish you had something like punch in the face.
Actually, for a 0 cost, opportunistic strike 2. It's a 4 green dice attack. If an adjacent enemy is attacked, attack the enemy with this ability.
Okay.
That work?
Yes.
So let's do that and finish him.
And it's just 4 green dice, is it?
4 green dice.
So you're not going to get your damage bonus on this.
Yeah. But I get my base damage, yeah?
Yep.
So
no. Your base damage is based off your weapon.
Oh, right. So this is just an ability attack?
Just 4 green dice.
Okay. Well, that'll do it.
4 will cause him 3 points of damage and will kill Makati Spearmen number 2.
Boom.
Which is worth a whole shiny loot token.
Yes. So, loot.
Loot and experience goes to whoever strikes the killing blow.
Okay,
in case you're wondering.
This is an interesting one. So, consumable.
Yes.
I get to draw a consumable.
Yes.
I don't care what the title says. Please don't eat the card.
Fair enough.
I love the humour in these.
The loot is nice. Consumable is the small deck with the little flask on it.
This?
Yep.
All right, so I found a greater healing potion.
That's handy.
Heal self for 15.
Oh, my word.
That is...
That's not belongs to her.
Quite delicious.
Belongs to him.
Yes.
That's the one.
Well, I assume I can use it on friendlies if I'm adjacent or something.
You could possibly trade.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. If it comes up, it comes up.
Generally, stuff goes to you. There is a communal pool of stuff that people can move between, but it costs action points to do it.
Now, I think I'm going to discard Puncture. It's a great ability.
Yes.
But I'm going to be drawing 2 cards if I don't. So I'm thinking I'll drop this, gain the 2 power.
Okay. Where's power going into then?
So my options are Precise Thrust, replace all dice for the attack with red dice, or Savagery, which costs 10, but after an attack an additional 2 times with this hero's primary weapon.
They're both good.
Savagery.
They are
think
both
I want to go big or go home. So that's round 1 done.
Round 1 is indeed done.
So we are closing in on the first lever here.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good one.
So right, we're back to the top of the round.
Yes.
That means one of our heroes is going to get to go again.
Yes.
Now, who do we think? Because I could actually double down with Alexander here. And I could either, now hear me out, I could either have him go and pull the lever, or I could have him go and smack this Rasworn.
Okay.
Or this guy here who's coming close to activating. And I think I could possibly murder him in 1 round. Or could I? Nah, I couldn't do it in 1. So it might be worth...
No, you really could. They've got 25 health and 2 armor.
Yeah, I'm looking at the other guy as well. It might be worth just having you rock in.
We need to pull a lever this turn.
Yeah, I am in range
1,
to pull
2,
the lever
3.
this turn. In fact, we're in range to pull 2.
We may need that because once we've pulled 1, we'll know what it is.
Aye.
And if you don't do it successfully,
bad things will happen.
Bad things will happen. But we need to pull. We'll need to successfully pull a lever to reset, or we do get additional Makati coming in.
Yeah. Which we have magicked to the front here.
Now, if you get up there and discover that's agility, great, because your agility isn't terrible. If you get up there and discover it's strength, I can't reach the strength lever in 1 turn. So it will definitely trigger.
Aye. All right, so it's as soon as you reveal it.
It's not as soon as you, at the end of the phase.
Aye.
But I only move 3. So if you go up there, that's a strength test that you can't pass, can you? What's your strength?
6.
Yeah,
so
even
19.
Yeah, so
I can get 18 best.
Yeah, so you can get 18 at best. So you'll fail. I won't reach it. We'll definitely get Makati Warriors. If it's a spirit lever up there,
Yeah.
Adina's the best to get to that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's got 4 with no additional movement.
Right, so she can't get to it either.
Yeah. Now, what if we used this lever then?
So if I go to there,
1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Yeah, if it's agility, smashing.
Uh-huh. If it's
actually, no,
else.
it's not. If it's agility, you're in the wrong place for it.
Yeah.
If it's strength,
well,
1,
I can go
2,
6.
3.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get to it.
Yeah, you can get to either of the levers. If it's not agility,
yeah, we're kind of.
We are getting to Makati.
Yeah,
and it has to be agility, and you have to pass it. Mm-hmm. So that's the other delightful thing there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, like, we've moved up as far as we can. We are going to have to deal with this sooner or later.
Or we just accept that we will get to Makati Warrior this turn. They come in at, okay, they crawl out of this pit here with the eyeballs in it.
Okay,
so that's kind of handy. So we will definitely get 2 out at the end of this turn, and we get in a position where we make sure that everybody is within range to pull a lever the following turn to reset it.
Right.
And then we just try and kill up. So we try and kill this turn, and then we've got 2 more turns where we try and kill everything, and then we're in a position where we can all have a go at the lever regardless of what one it is.
Right. What is the bad stuff on the levers? Because it's not Makati Warriors. The bad stuff on the levers is other stuff.
Yeah, the Makati Warriors come out if you don't pull the lever.
Yeah, but what's the bad stuff on each of the levers?
It depends. It can be...
Because these guys are pretty hefty.
It can be 3 damage to all nearby allies, fatigue to all nearby allies, or spawning additional Makati... 4 damage to all allies, and spawning Makati Spearmen.
Right. I think it's worth doing this.
Yes.
Just so we don't get those. And if it's adjacent, he's in on his own.
Right.
So I think he can take it on the chin, because Adina's fully loaded up for just healing at the minute.
Okay. Which she'd need, because if it turns out to be one of these, we'd all get...
Yeah, I know.
A chunk.
But she's got full load of healing right now.
Okay.
Which is good.
So, go for your guns then, Alexander.
All right. Now, the question is, do we want to do it right now? Or does somebody else want to do something first? Because this is something that just has to happen before the end of the round.
Yes.
So that's not mission critical right now.
Not so you'd notice, no.
Yeah. So could the tank activate and go 1, 2, 3 and bap him?
He
could.
He's
about to activate.
He's not going to.
No?
If we fail...
Oh yeah. You're in the zone with me.
2 spin out here.
Aye. Well, no, it's if we fail, we get the bad stuff. If we don't...
No. If we do not successfully pull a lever, we get 2 spawning from here, regardless of what the lever does when you fluff that roll.
So we get the bad...
All 4 of our members can all pull that lever and all fail, and we'll get 16 damage plus 2 Makati Warriors per time plus...
Right. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah. So he's not moving away from the hole from which all the evil is coming.
Okay.
Because we'll get absolutely ripped apart from behind.
All right. Well, as it stands, I think Adina can make it 1, 2, 3. No, she comes up 1 short. Damn it. Ah.
You see what I mean about we just don't pull the lever?
1, 2.
Because we could pull the lever and be successful. Amazing. That would be great. I would love that.
4. So hang on. She can get to this lever. So if I send him over to this lever, I can get him to here, and that'll leave a space open for her to try, or for you to try, depending on which type it is.
If it's strength, I'm not reaching it.
Yeah, I get that. If it's strength, that's a 1 in 3 shot.
Yeah. Aye, so it's the other 2.
Yeah.
Fab, groovy. Okay.
Shall we try it?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll start with Alexander. He just went. He's going again. From where he is, he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into there.
Okie dokie.
And he will go for the lever.
Okie doke. Roll the dice of fate.
Yeah, so the dice of fate to decide what type it is.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't be strength.
3.
3 is agility.
Wait.
That's possibly the best you could have hoped for.
Right, and my agility is which one? The bear symbol? The paw?
Yes, Paul.
Okay, so I've got 12. And I'm on 19.
So you just need 7 or more, 50-50.
Yep. Boom.
Excellent. Lever reset. Everything clunks back into position. We don't all die tonight.
Yes. And we get whatever the bonus is for the agility one.
The bonus for the agility is you get 2 consumables. No, sorry, you don't. We each receive 5 XP.
Okay, awesome.
So we each receive 5 XP, and then I tell you how much that costs to interact with that.
I think it's 3 if I remember right.
It generally is 3,
Yeah.
It's only 1 AP to interact with terrain.
Okay.
So you've got...
Now, I think in the scenario it specifically said 3. Something's tickling the back of my head.
Oh, yes. Activating a lever costs 3, but the other, yeah. Okay, so you've got...
I've used 3, I've got 2 left.
2 left.
I'm going to use self-preservation for 0,
Yes.
giving me plus 2 AP.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bap. I think I'll go for the big guy.
Okay.
Bap him.
Going for the Rasworn.
Yeah, so I get my 3 green, 1 red.
3.
No, hang on. I have moved into his zone, and I was moving through this zone. Does that mean he gets to come for me?
Oh, yes.
Because he is prepared from the last round.
He is
I assume
prepared.
it hangs around until it's
It
used.
hangs around till he activates again or loses it.
Again, prepared's one of those things you have to be careful of.
So when you move within one zone of a adversary that is prepared, they immediately make an attack, regardless of range.
Oh.
So they just make their standard first attack.
Okay,
Once you've come within line of sight and the zone.
So basically, as soon as I moved in there, I would have had to stop and take the attack?
Yeah. Well, once you, because you were in here, so once you moved into this zone, in where the buddy
You would
was.
have just got to, do I get to finish my movement? Do I stop?
No, he makes his attack and then you would complete.
Okay. All right, so just do his attack now. That means that we've missed a few attacks from some of the other ones, but I think we're a little too far along to redo it.
Yeah.
So we'll do it from here on.
So 5 dice.
Bosh.
You'll be pleased to hear that's 2, 4, 6,
And a crit is
9.
9.
Your
So
defense.
I will be dropping 4 and losing 1 armor,
Okie dokie.
which leaves 5 damage.
5 damage.
Okay.
That's acceptable. We don't mind that
Yeah.
because it's not on me.
All right. Well, anyhow, I have enough AP to make an attack on him.
Yes.
In vengeance. So let's go with that. So that's my 3 green and 1 red.
Yes.
Doing 3.
4.
4. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
4
4
plus my 3 is 7. Minus his 2. He takes 5 damage.
Yeah, he's got 2 armor.
And that is Makati 2. Or sorry.
That is the Rasworn.
Rasworn. Sorry. Right. Then I'm going to use Vampire's Bite on him. So assign 3 damage to an adjacent human target.
Yes.
And heal self for 3. Is he human?
Is he human? No.
Damn. Are the others human?
No, they're all raised.
All right, so this is pointless in this scenario.
In this scenario, that is pointless because the only people in here are us and everybody else is dust. There's nothing to bite.
Well, unless I bite someone else.
Not by me.
I'm not going to bite you. I think I'm just going to discard that one.
Okay.
In fact, I'll keep that. Keep that. I'll discard these 2
Okay.
to gain 3 power.
All right.
Because I think that's my best option right now. So that'll bring me up to 5 power, which puts me halfway there, living on a prayer.
Shocking that you said that.
I know. God damn it. I got antagonistic for my next one.
Nice.
Although I did gain inhuman speed, which might be useful. Gain 3 speed this activation. I also got first aid, which will allow me to heal myself for 4 at the cost of 2 energy. That's nice.
Okie dokie.
Moving along.
Yes.
Makati number 3. Yes. Yeah.
It will attack the nearest enemy and the attack will ignore 2 defense.
Alright, so they move, what, 3?
They move 3.
1, 2, 3. So he can get into range for a melee attack.
That's fine.
To you.
Bring it. Big man.
And then he's doing his bigger attack.
Which is 3 red, 2 green, with ignoring 2 defense.
And possibility of bleed, I believe.
Yeah, I'm less worried about the specials until I've actually dealt the damage. So, 1, 2, 3. And the special. So 3 defense will negate that, but he ignores 2. So in this case, I will take no damage, but I will lose a point of armor because of my defense being ignored, which is terrible.
And you will bleed.
And then I will also get a bleed token.
Yeah.
Which is shocking.
It's alright, I can help with that.
So it is back to a hero. Which hero wants it? I'm actually going to go ahead and activate Vanessa.
Okay.
If nobody else is needing it right now.
Not particularly. I mean, like, Adina's pretty much out of the way right now. Not too worried.
Yeah. So if Vanessa activates and sends her hawk, which I'm going to call Lady Hawk, to there, it's actually now flanking.
Yes.
So it will get +2 base damage. So it'll get 3 green, 1 red with a base damage.
Yeah. Of 2. That's nice.
No, I'll just go with that. There's 3.
5 total?
5 because of the flanking. So armor of 1.
So it'll take 4.
Takes 4 damage onto Makati Spearmen number 3. Which is that one. So that's good.
I get the feeling Alexander's about to get shafted.
I'm going to use premeditation.
Okay.
To gain 2 power. Bump plus bump.
Now, see, premeditation sounds very serene until you consider what she's going to do with that.
That's premeditated murder. There's nothing serene about that. All about the premeditated murder. That's how I spend most of my days.
Oh, is it murder if they're already dead?
Yeah, it might be.
Is it re-murder?
Who knows? Who knows for certain?
You still have her activation and her attack to do if you want.
Yes. Oh, I do. Don't worry. So she will move 2 for free. We'll get her to there. And then she'll just take a shot.
Yeah. Now, if I got Adina to here, and you're there, does that count as flanking, or do you have to be adjacent?
You have to be adjacent.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to get to there and then shoot.
Okay.
Shoot with a delightful 4 green dice.
Why not?
2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Base 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus my 3 is 7. 6 damage onto Spearman number 3.
So he's now on a total of 10?
Yep.
Bunk.
Actually, he's not. No, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Alright.
She has power left. She's not going to use it. Because why bother? So, yeah, good enough.
Alright, so funsies dunsies.
Yeah.
Right, we'll start moving along.
To
number
4.
So who is he looking at?
Whoever has the lowest health.
Adina's on 14.
That will be Adina then.
Right,
the attack will have +2 base damage.
So where is he in this?
Spearman number 4 is here.
So his move is
3.
3. So.
But if he can't make it, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can.
2,
that's right.
3. He can.
Oh, that's great.
And he'll take a bit of a punch at Adina.
He will do an almighty punch at Adina. So I'm actually going to use Defender and Jawbreaker. So discard when an adjacent ally is attacked. And discard 1 card to defend against this attack.
Awesome.
Because I think he will stab you to death.
Quite possibly with that. So does he not get to attack then?
He gets to attack, but it just defends against it.
Okay, so you take the hit instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's how many? 3 red?
It's 3 red, 2 green.
2 green. Let's see what he does. Bonk. That's not
2,
bad.
4, 6. 6 of the finest damage. 1 will get through, and I'll lose a bit of armor. And I'll lose 1 from my bloody cuirass.
Yeah.
That gives me +3 maximum health. So
that's nice.
Taking it down first. I'm too good to you. I really am.
Thank you very much, sir. Number 5. Who's he targeting?
Alexander.
Oh, well, in that case, he will move 1.
1 to there, and then go for that delightful 3-2.
Not yet. So I am going to play Flourish. Discard 1 to make an adjacent enemy the target of the attack.
Nice.
So I'm going to make him hit his friend.
Excellent.
But I do have to discard one. Can I discard that horrible piece of crap?
No.
Damn.
I'm fairly certain that probably should have been played as soon as it came into your hand.
Okay, well, the next hero who activates loses 1 AP.
Okay.
So let's say it's Adina.
Well, it would have been Vanessa, because Vanessa was the next one to activate. She didn't use all her AP anyway.
Fair enough. All right, we'll put that out the way. So I will discard, I think, Inhuman Speed alongside that, so it triggers. And I think I'm going to make him hit.
Well, it's an adjacent enemy.
Yeah, so it's just his buddy.
Yeah.
So it's number 6. So he will get to roll this against his friend.
Be lucky. Plenty of crits would be nice.
We'll try. Oh, I got a crit.
That's good.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 3.
7. So he's going to take 6 damage on Makati Spearmen 6.
This is fine by me. Bunk, you hit your friend.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Speaking of his friend.
Yes.
He'll now activate.
Yes.
And will harass the nearest enemy.
Which is me.
All nearby enemies are assigned 3 damage. There is no nearby enemies because we're not in the same zone as you.
Right.
So
that doesn't apply to me.
No. No, it's just you.
So he's just going to swing for me. Push.
3, 4, 6.
6 minus 3, so I'll take 3 damage and lose a pip of armor.
Yep.
Oh, I've lost 8 health, so I'm on 9.
That's fine.
That's
Again,
not terrible.
It's not me, so that's the important thing.
Yep.
And it's another hero's turn.
Yeah. So that leaves Adina.
And Caparocca.
Yes. Now, what I could do with Adina is I could move her around to here.
Yes.
Bap him. Well, you're already flanking him, so it doesn't matter.
I'm already flanking.
Yeah.
If you want to hit him and get the bonus, if you move into an area where a companion is, the companion gets pushed into the square you were last in. They vacate for you, so you could move around to there and get the flanking bonus.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm happy enough to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Birdie, 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 you go there.
Yep.
Adina will turn around, hold out across, and bump. Is there anything else I want to do? Anybody seriously hurt right now?
No, we're all fine over here.
Well, he's pretty hurt.
Yeah, but he's not real. He's dead. You should just let him go.
Heal an ally for 4. It will cost me 0.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I'll drop that and take that.
Shame. He's dead, you know.
Well...
Do you not remember the thralls that Alexander had in his place?
I remember, but...
If he died now, they'd all get to go free, probably, into the City of Vampires.
Yeah,
maybe.
but we kind of need to survive this, and I'm being pragmatic here, so...
I might survive.
All right, anyway, I'm also going to use... Who's closest to getting one of the triggers off? So I've got 2 of 13 and 5 of 10.
I've got 2 and 4. So I'm 6 away or 2 away.
6 away or 2 away. So I'm thinking I'll put Empire out for nothing, which puts another power onto Savagery.
Okie dokie.
The other healing stuffs can hang about for a while. So let's swing with 3 blue.
3 blue dice.
Yes.
So this is magical attack.
Yes, magical attack. What's his magical defense?
2.
Damn. Oh well. My base damage is 4 anyway.
Yeah.
Bonk.
There's 3, 7, 5 damage.
That's fine. Into number
plus
3.
You're flanking.
Plus 2.
So 2 on that.
So
7 damage on the number 3.
7 onto number 3.
So he's up to 17.
Oh, he's 1 point away.
17 out of 18.
Yeah. You get to kill steal and get some loot.
You know, I might not. Might just let him go. Maybe let him run free in the catacombs. Visit all the other undead.
Is there nothing more I could do? Not really. All right, so I'm gonna discard Rebirth for 3 power.
Yes.
So that'll bring me up to 5 on Smite. See, the other 2 are worth 6 as well. But I think I'm gonna hang on to them for a little bit, just because they're both big heals. So at the end of that, I'll draw 3.
Yes.
So I got Self-Preservation, Blessed Aid, and Holy Blast. After the attack, this hero may discard 2 to attack the same target with Holy Blast again.
Ooh.
That's nice. So you would pay 2.
Yes.
And then discard 2, and you would get 2 runs of 2 blue dice attack.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say no to that.
No. So done.
Yes.
For her.
It'll be Rasworn 1.
Yeah.
He says...
Who's he looking at?
The nearest enemy, so straight into Adina's back.
Yep.
So that's good news. He moves forward.
He will move to here, so he is flanking her.
Yep. Heal the ally who's lost the most health within 1 zone for 3. So number 3 has lost the most health within 1 zone. So he's actually going to heal 3 others back. So if you give me 2 1s, in fact, I'll just take 2 1s from there.
Benefits of having long arms, Gerry.
Yep. So now he's going to do defensive slash into your back.
Yep. With a +2 for his flank.
Yes. And on a double star, he will heal the closest ally for 5. So he could actually heal number 3 back from the point of death to being fantastically great again. This attack will ignore 3 defense, so all of your defense is being ignored for this.
I only have 1 defense.
Yeah, but it's all being ignored for this.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
2 red, 3 green.
Yeah.
Don't roll a load of specials. That's all I'm saying.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
No, don't do that, and certainly don't heal.
Bonk.
Well, he didn't heal, so that's good.
And he does.
He does 4 points. Sorry, 5 points plus your 2 for flanking, so 7 points of damage into Dina.
Youch, that's half my health.
But he didn't heal anybody, so
No.
that's good.
No. Alright, so...
If an ally is within range 3, the ally immediately makes a free activation with +2 damage bonus.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure there's an ally within 3 there.
Him, yes. So he's activating and making an attack. How do we determine who he's attacking?
I would put it all into your priest because I'm terrible like that. However, we'll flip the card to see.
All right.
So in this case, it's actually going to be Caparocca, so it's going to go into the tank.
That's fine by me.
So I'll get an attack. I'm not being flanked.
Yeah.
It is...
His regular?
3 and 2 for the Makati Spearmen. Which will be 4. I'll block all 4 of those, but I'll lose the last point of armor.
And do you gain bleed for that special?
Yes.
Okay.
But I can live with that. I've got a bleed here.
Okay. Right. Then Rasworn 2 is activating.
Yes.
Who's he after?
Vanessa.
Oh, lovely.
So he's got 4 movement.
1, 2, 3, 4. So he's right in.
3 will get him to there because he can go diagonal.
Oh yeah. Well.
Before he leaves there, when he activates Fell Restoration, will heal either 5 or 6. Who's got the worst? 6, because 5 has nothing.
Yeah.
And he'll heal him for 3.
So.
Rasworn are terrible. Need to remove those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we've been doing decent amounts of murder so far. We've killed 2, and we haven't got any more of the random guys.
He will do a 5 dice attack
into Vanessa.
On poor Vanessa. Has Vanessa got anything great? She does. She has the luck of it in the rear to ignore 2 damage. I'm almost certain I'm going to be using that. Yeah, I will be using that because that's 7 dice worth of damage. 7 less 2 is 5. I'll ignore 2, brings that down to 3, but I will lose 1 of my armor.
Oh, we're getting chewed up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that finishes him, or does he activate someone within 3?
He'll activate somebody within 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Who do you want?
1, 2. He's the closest.
Yeah.
So it'll be this fella here behind Caparocca.
Yeah, just.
And he'll activate to attack Adina. 1, 2. She's 3 away.
2. Can he not get there in 2?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we can move in, yeah. I was going to say you just chucked the spear at her. That's even better. Oh, she'll get really stabbed up.
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious.
Right, I have no zeros here. That won't work.
Nope.
Oh well. So it's what, 3 green, 2 red?
3 red, 2 green.
Oh, apologies. That would have been a little better for me.
Yeah, Rasworn are the other way around. They're 3.
Fingers crossed for a shitty roll.
Well, that's not bad.
It's 4.
4.
Becomes 3, and I get bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's you to activate next, and we're getting a double hero activation because it's coming to the end of the round.
Yeah.
So from here we go to there, and now the tank gets to go. I'm big, I'm angry, even if I'm slow as hell.
Yeah. So I'm just going to move the 4 to go to that Makati so I know who's damaged.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2 to there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to burn a card, take a breather to gain 2 power.
This is fine.
I will then unleash my ultimate.
Oh. Getting frisky now.
Yeah.
All right, so what does your ultimate do?
Assign 5 damage to adjacent attackers.
That's...
So 2, 4. So he's on 14. So I can put 4 on him to kill him.
Yep.
And then put 1 on him, and then attack him with remaining points. So we lose him Makati.
Yep. That's
so number
3.
4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's number 3 I'm attacking. Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Number 3 is the one that dies.
Grand.
So I'll put him there, and we'll take that away.
So
number 3 is dead, and that's actually kind of cool for us as well, because now we're getting
double
3 hero activations in one run.
Yeah. Put 1 onto 4.
Mm-hmm. And then hit him with your rhythm stick.
And then hit him with 2 dice worth of smash. Better get rid of the power off that, I suppose.
Yeah, because it's burnt now.
Bump, 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 bump. So base 3 damage plus 1 and that. So knock back 1 and 3 points of damage to him. Can't knock him back because you're behind me.
Right.
Oh, actually, I'm flanking. Oh, that's delightful. So that's another 2, actually.
Yeah.
So there's no knockback in this one. But you take 3, 4, 5, 6. So take 5 points of damage onto Makati number 4.
Which knocks him down a little closer to dead, which is good.
It does knock him down a little closer to dead.
And
then I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. Taunt, self-preservation, and battle cry. I will take 1 damage for being bleeding. I should have taken that first, but that's all right. I have so many hit points, I don't know what to do with them all.
Galore. Don't forget, you murdered someone.
I did, so I'll be taking a loot card.
There you go.
Battle cry. Remove all negative effects from allies within 1 zone. Ooh.
That could be nice, because then we both get rid of bleed.
We would, and it costs 2, which is what I have remaining.
Is that from what you already had, or from what you just drew?
It's from what I just drew. Our survey says, gold chest, gain 3 gold. I'm better than you. I'm 3 better than you.
Not 3 bad. All right. So, all done?
All done.
So, new round.
New round indeed.
This is looking really messy now.
It's good. I like it. I appreciate this. I'm all for that.
So, at the minute, there's a lot we need to be looking at.
Yes.
We're okay this round for the levers.
Yes, we're okay this round and next round.
Yeah, so it's just murdering stuff now.
Yeah. Murdering stuff and getting towards a lever that we can activate. That corner would seem like the way to go if we can get out of where we are currently.
Yeah.
Because if they're chasing after us, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, as things are now, we're in a new round. So I can get flanking on this big guy.
Yes.
For the 2 of us. And then if you activate, we can't get flanking on him, which is a pain, but we do have flanking on him.
No, I can't get flanking. Well, no, actually we can't.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see. Who do we think needs to go next?
What are the chances of you being one-shotted?
Honestly, I would like to be having Adina go within one of the next 2.
Yeah.
Number 4 is looking pretty shaky already. And your big guy just went at the end of the last round. So he could go again and crush him.
If I go first, I can't take the bleed off you.
Yeah, that will be useful. I've got a self-heal for 6 on her as well.
But that won't heal you. All that will do is remove the bleed effect.
That's what I mean. If you go first, take the bleed off, and then I can heal myself for 6.
So we'd have to ignore the fella behind us.
For now, yeah. But he doesn't go till the end of the round. And we are now
3
at the start. Oh.
We are at the start.
So he's not going till the end.
Assuming nothing unsuspected gets thrown up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Vanessa's probably the one that's going to be left at the end of this round.
Yeah, let's say yeah. Why not? Sure. So if I go with the big fella,
Yeah.
you'll like this.
Okay.
I won't do much damage this turn, but you'll like this.
That's fine.
So he's going to activate. He's going to move his 3. So 1, 2, which will push Pigeon to there. 3 to here.
Right.
And that'll be a charge.
Will
that be a charge? No, because I need to go in a straight line to stun. Oh, that's terrible.
Do you want to take it back?
No, because I still need to get there anyway, because I need to be in the zone, otherwise you don't get the heal.
Oh, I see.
So I need to get in it anyway. This way, it wouldn't have mattered, because I wouldn't have been doing any damage, but I've been stunning him.
Yeah, which would have locked him up for the round.
Yeah. As it is, I'll get into there. I will battle cry for 2 to remove all negative effects from allies. So if the bleeds both go off us, I lose my last point of health from my bonus health. But hey ho.
That's fine.
I have 3 points left, so I could attack.
Yep.
Before I do that, I will throw taunt on Adina.
Okay.
So the next time an enemy targets her, it'll come for me instead.
That's nice.
And
in case something goes seriously sideways.
I'm actually going to burn charge for 3 points into shield bash again.
Aye. It's not a bad idea just to keep those charging up.
Yeah, puts me one closer. I don't need Unchained is great because it's a self-heal.
Yeah.
But I don't need it now because nobody's come close to hurting me. Although I have had all my armor stripped off me, so hey ho.
Yeah, you're going to start feeling it a wee bit.
Yeah, well.
But mate, that base 3 defense is just so good.
So 2 dice attack then.
Are you going to swap him?
Yeah, the last one.
Okay.
So base 3 plus 4 is 7.
Minus 2 is 5.
Yep, 5 points of damage on Rastworn 1.
Bonk.
That's not a bad way to end that. And then I will get 1, 2, 3 cards. So nothing I can use, nothing I can use, nothing I can use right now. Next turn I'll be dumping Dominion because there's no creatures about for me to worry about. But that's my activation. So
right.
Now you've got a choice.
Yeah.
You know if the next person activates and picks Adina, it's not going to be able to attack it anyway because taunt's on.
Yeah.
So we could leave her a bit longer.
We could, and I could have Alexander activate
back up
here and get the flank on there now.
Yeah.
Which would be useful. Yeah, I think we'll go with Alexander.
Okie dokie.
So, start of his turn, he gets to draw a card.
Yeah.
He's got Claw, which is great. So he's a little bit hurt right now, so he's going to use First Aid for 2.
Right.
Which will heal him for 4.
Okay.
Bring him back up to full health, which I think is a good idea. Then, from where he is, he's going to bonk back for 1. And I know he shouldn't be going for either lever now because his one's already gone.
Yes.
And he is then going to swing in there for his other 3. And then his attack is 3 green, 1 red. There. So let's see what we get. Ooh.
So base of 3 plus 2 for flanking. So base of 5 currently.
So it becomes 7, becomes 5 again. So 5 more onto him. So
Rastworn 2.
He's now got 10 damage on him.
That's good. That's 2/5 of the way.
Yeah.
Killing him 2/5.
I've got Claw.
Yeah.
So this attack is free if activated immediately after attacking an adjacent target.
Awesome.
So it's just a red die.
Yes.
But I do have that bonus of flanking.
Yes. So
I
you're
might
+2.
do something.
So 3 points on him, so he's going to take 1.
Yeah, 1 more.
Over 2/5 damage. On
halfway.
That. Not even halfway.
Oh yeah. Apologies, because he's 25.
25.
Those things are ridiculous.
Just over 2/5.
Yeah.
And they will start healing, and if they're the only ones in the zone, they'll heal themselves.
Really?
Well, yeah, because it heals the ally who has the most
bad.
health in the zone.
And
for
they're
3.
friendly with themselves. Right, that's all he can really do. He has a dodge that he can use to get out of trouble.
Did you draw a card at the start?
I did, which was the claw.
Okay, so then draw 3.
3, so 1.
Yep.
And then I have to start
Shuffling your deck back in,
Yep.
including that delightful terrible card of terribleness.
Yes, unfortunate.
Oh.
But it'll be okay. I hope. Bet you I draw it right now. So I get Inhuman Speed, and I get Take a Breather.
Okay.
So that's actually pretty good.
It's not a bad hand. Not a bad hand at all.
Yeah. Now, I've also got a Throw Dagger, which is a range 3, 2 green dice attack, but it applies bleed.
Oh, that's handy.
That's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
But I am out for now, so on to these boys.
Makati Spearmen number 4.
Who's he feeling it?
Who's this one inside the sparrow in the middle? Oh, he's going to come from Caparocca.
Okay, so he would move to here.
He's going to move to there.
Not flanking.
Not, as you say, flanking.
And he will swing for you.
He
with
will.
His regular attack.
His regular attack is regular enough. 3 red, 2 green. Be lucky. So, bleeding again, that's always good.
Fun times.
And then 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
Becomes 2.
Becomes 2 damage. So
2 of the finest.
I'll have to take 2 damage now. It's the first real damage I've taken.
Yeah.
I'm not including my bonus damage from my bloody cuirass, which is always bloody.
Uh-huh.
But, hey-ho.
Yep.
Surrounded, you say? I can attack in all directions.
Yeah. Now, does he get to activate anyone else?
No, because that's Makati Spearmen.
Ah, okay. So we'll move on to number 5.
So number 5.
Who does he want to stab up today?
Who is currently way back here.
Yeah, he's way
He
out
will
of it.
attack the nearest enemy. So that's 1
Alexander?
stab on you. And it will ignores 1 of your defense.
Really?
Yep.
I think I'm going to discard dodge, which means I discard 2,
Okay.
but I ignore the attack. So I'm going to drop Inhuman Speed, and I think I'm going to discard Take a Breather as well.
Okay. The adversary deck has to be shuffled back in then.
Uh-huh.
Because we've reached the end of Adversaries. And we go on to Makati Spearmen number 6.
Yes.
Number 6, he say, harass the nearest enemy.
That'll be me again.
And good news,
Hanging in.
it will do 3 damage to nearby enemies, but there's no enemies in there.
Well, there,
Oh, I suppose, yeah, if you're,
nearby.
yeah,
So you'll take 3.
I'll take 3. That's all right.
Yeah.
Vanessa can live with that.
Yeah.
But you get attacked up first.
Yeah, so it's...
3 red, 2 green.
Yeah, got him.
Okie
Do it. Ooh.
2, 4, 7.
So I ignore 2.
Yes.
Drop my last point of armor.
So you'll take 5.
5. Oh, they're very stabby.
I'll take
You're 3.
3 off that. Just give us a 5 over. Thank you. Terrible.
Yeah. Game is beginning to chew us down.
You know, hey ho. There's a hero.
Yep. Which I really do think I should do Adina now.
Right. Can you do something good?
Actually, no. I don't need to do Adina now. Because I've still got this.
Because you can't do anything good.
Well, I can do good for herself, but I've got the taunt.
Okay.
Which
yes.
means there's only one of these that's really going to come after her, hopefully. Well, no, that one could as well.
Potentially they both could. But the taunt will ignore one of them.
Yeah.
But only one of them is with you. The other one's over here.
Yeah.
So if I can push something in the way, that might do the job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do they have a ranged attack?
The Rasworn? No.
No. So what you could do is you could attack him here, and I think you can still move, so you can move to here, which would mean he's going out 1, 2, 3, not 4, he can still make it.
Yeah, he'll still make it. I'm not going to move.
No.
If I do activate, though, I could push my pigeon to flank there, and then attack here with flanking as well.
Yeah, you could get 2 flanking
And
attacks.
get 2
That'd be
flanking attacks.
good. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, because I don't think there's anything else we can do. He's on 3, and he is on 11. Can I put any of them down in one terrible, glorious moment? No, not right now.
Do you have any exhausts on your main profile cards?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I don't. But thanks for asking.
Yeah.
What I will do is I will activate Vanessa.
Huh.
I will discard a card.
Yeah.
I'll discard Determined.
Yeah. Now there's something I've just noticed here that I possibly should have been using for Alexander. Discard 1, retaliate against adjacent attackers.
Ooh.
Now it's got a symbol that I don't know. It's a shield, and then there's a little crown with a 3.
Yeah, that means if you've got 3 pieces of that armor, that is a passive bonus that activates.
Well, I've got his gauntlets and his defense.
Yeah.
And I've got his embrace. So I do have the 3 components.
Yeah.
So I should have been retaliating.
Always read your card.
Yep, this is a fair point.
So I am going to mark Rasen number 2. On the grounds, every time I attack him and deal damage, I'll gain 1 power.
Yeah. And he is now flanked, so you're going to be hitting him quite often.
Hope so.
Yeah.
I will send my bird to flank there first.
Yeah. Catch the pigeon.
Yep. So 3 green, 1 red. With +2 for flanking. So that will be...
Base 5 becomes 8.
No, that's 6. Plus my 2 for flanking is 8.
Okay.
Where are you getting base 5 from?
Or sorry, your base is 3. Plus 2 for flank is 5.
I don't have base. It's my birds attacking.
Oh, right, sorry.
So 6 plus my 2 for flanking is 8. And armor is 1, so 7 points onto the Makati Spearmen. And it's Makati number 4.
So 5, 6, 7. So he's got 5 health left.
Well done, birdie. And then I will attack here on my marked one.
Yeah.
And that will be 4 green dice.
And your base is 5 this time.
My base is 5 this time.
With your flank.
Yep.
Ooh, tasty.
5 and 5 is 10.
Minus 2 is 8.
Yep, that's 8. Plus I gain another power.
3, that. He's number 2.
Yep.
So he has currently taken 19 points of damage.
That's good.
Yes, very good. Okay. Anything else? Wizzy, weird, or wonderful?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I will draw my cards. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, precision to assign damage. I'll be doing that soon. Survivor's Guilt. That's going to burn one of my AP for next turn. Hey ho, what can you do?
Yep.
That is that. So it's Rasan number 1.
Yep. And who is he feeling like attacking?
Well, first off, Fell Restoration. He will heal an ally who's lost the most within 1 zone for 3, which will be Ras. No,
number
Rasan,
4 has lost that.
which is 13. And the Ras Warren has lost a million.
More.
So he's going to lose or heal 3 back off that.
Yep, got it. Terrible, terrible people healing their friends.
And then he will attack Adina.
Which will be ignored.
Yes, because of taunt.
Yeah.
So it comes to me instead.
There you go.
Thank you very much. So that will be 2 plus 3 green.
And drop that one.
Do I have anything 0? I do. I can use self-preservation to get 2 AP. Can I then blue recover for 2 health and 2 armor?
Maybe.
Having gained AP in my phase, or out of my phase. Seems a bit gamey. I won't bother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 8 points of the finest damage.
You're taking 5.
I will take 5 points of damage because I've got defensive 3.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right. Rasworn number 2.
And he will pick his friendliest friend within a zone who has the most damage.
So he himself is currently on 16.
Okie dokie.
So
he'll knock that back to 13. So both of them are now on 13.
Yeah.
Just means whoever activates
Are
last.
they? This guy's only took 5.
No, I'm talking about the 2 heaviest.
Oh, yeah.
The only 2 who matter as far as healing goes.
Okay.
Both on 13.
All right. And then who's he after?
He will attack Alexander,
Ah.
which is handy because he's right behind him.
Yep. And
Would
he move to flank?
Yeah, he will always move to flank when given the option. So he'll move to flank
Uh-huh.
and then attack.
Okay. And he's getting 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On to Alexander. I don't really have anything to help myself out here, so
Gonna get
this is happening.
+2.
4 total. I'll take 3.
Okay. You'll take 3 and he will heal the nearest ally because of the double special.
Yeah.
He'll heal them for 5.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So it's this one.
If an ally is,
Makati number 6.
assuming he's got any heal on him, yep.
Yep, he's took 3.
Then that will all come off with the super healing smash.
Yep. And then Adina gets to go. So, Adina, my dear, first things first. Blessed Aid for 2 energy
Yes.
will knock 6 off the damage she has taken.
Okie dokie.
So, she only has 4 on her now. So she has 10 health.
Yep.
Anybody else feeling particularly bad around her?
I've lost 1/3 of Vanessa's health. Caparocca has dropped to, let me think, 5, 7, 20 out of 30. So
Right.
he's lost 1/3. So they both lost 1/3 of their health.
Right.
So they're going down at a relatively equal clip. What's Alexander up to?
Well, Adina can heal a nearby target for this hero's current health.
Nearby is
Same
in the
zone?
same zone. But
Yep.
if you do it on Kappa, I've got a bleed effect on me. So you won't do any healing at all.
Yep. Heal all allies for my spirit
Yes.
base damage.
Mhm.
I can gain 2
To look up spirit-based
action
damage.
points,
Terrible.
or I can do the attack.
So base damage is a chart. Your spirit is
14.
okay. So 14 is 4 for base damage.
Yeah. Right. I'm thinking Makati number 4 is looking pretty bad,
Yes.
so I'm just gonna beat on him.
Okie dokie. Grand.
So I will get my 3 blue dice.
3 blue dice with a plus
4.
flanking because the pigeon's there.
6.
So +6. Yep.
So he's taking 5 damage.
Taking
to
5
start.
damage, so he will die. And then it's just whether or not you heal. Double special.
Heals for 4. Back to full. Bosh.
And you'll draw the token when number 4 dies.
He's dead.
Yep.
Take that away.
Yep.
And what loot did I find? I found greater healing.
Ooh.
Looks way too heavy to save for later. You should drink it now. Heal self for 15 now. Really?
That's amazing. I love that the most.
Yeah.
Very, very most.
Yes, because it's forcing you to heal right then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That'd be great if you hadn't just wasted all those heals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I should have murdered
you-
him first.
You feel terrible.
Note to self: commit murder, then heal.
Always commit murder first.
Right.
Words to live by.
Is there anything else I want to do? Yes. I will dump Holy Blast
Yes.
for 2 power.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also dump Burst Healing for an additional 3 power, giving me 5. And I think I'm going to save balance till next round,
Okay.
because if I dump it, I can get my smite.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, I didn't move this round, so I still have my move, don't I?
You have a move, whether your move goes first or second is,
Yeah, I think
is an
it's that
important thing.
you can move whenever. It's just you have to move all in one go. Because
Right, start.
if I can do this, I think
Yes.
I can kill the last of those 2 Makati.
That'd be interesting. I will say that puts you further away from one of the levers that we can both reach. And we know that one of the levers is one of what we can use.
Yes,
So if
but
you don't run off,
if I can kill 2 of them in one go now, though, that means all we have to do is kill the last 2 big ones.
oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Move up to your speed, discard one or more ability cards, or activate one of your signature skills if you have enough power. You may also spend your activation listed on your card to attack monster with primary weapon, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so it doesn't stipulate when. So you could.
So I will go 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
I will bend my heel,
Mm-hmm.
giving me an additional 3 power.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to smite them for 13.
Okie dokie.
But it simply says, slay all adjacent raised soldiers.
Yes. They are soldiers, they are raised. So they both go away.
Die. Be gone.
Do you get loot for those, or is that one of the ones where you don't get to draw loot?
No, I do get loot, so I'll get 2 loot for this.
Maybe you'll get a heal and a greater heal that you both have to drink now when you're fully healed for
All right.
heal.
So, the first one, greater healing.
Excellent.
And the second, I found a ruby.
Ooh.
They look so lonely, so you decide to let them tag along.
Oh, it's very sweet.
I gain 6 gold.
6 gold.
6 of the finest. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Money, money, money. Looks like I'm buying the first round when we get back to the
Apparently
tavern.
so. Apparently so.
Right. And that'll be Adina, so I get to draw my 3 cards.
Yep. If I just pull these up to here, up to here.
3. Ah. Now, you're telling me I can use these cards at any time, yeah? The zeros.
Yes.
And if I played 1 to gain AP, could I then play an AP one out of sequence?
Well, that's what I said about this earlier, and then I decided not to, because I know you can play the zeros out of sequence.
You're not so sure about those?
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Okay. But that is Adina done.
Okay.
So where
So
are we at? She was the last?
She was the last, so we're going to be moving on to round
Start
4.
Right, so now we get to do 3 hero activations and everybody's available again.
3, and as you say, everybody is available.
Yeah, so what are we thinking? How close is number 2 to dead?
He has 13 on him, so he only needs 12 to die.
Right.
Only.
Only.
Or 20 for number 1.
Right, I have an idea. So if you activate Vanessa,
Yes.
your birdie moves up here, attacks. Vanessa moves up, attacks. You've got flanking. Then I can activate Alexander,
Yes.
move the birdie, and attack with flanking.
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I can do it better than that.
Oh, really?
Where I
Okay.
get flanking.
Okay.
Because I get to move for 2 for free at the start of my turn. So I can move before my move. Then move my bird and get flanking. And then you can move in and then push the bird aside and get flanking again.
Yeah.
And then that still leaves us with somebody.
Yeah, we still have the other one to kind of bonk in the head.
Yeah.
And we do need to pull a lever this round.
We do need to pull a lever this round.
Well, I mean, like, I've got Adina is in range of this lever.
Yes.
And you're in range of this lever if it all goes pear-shaped.
That is true, yep. Yeah, so shall we start the bidding then with Vanessa?
I would suggest yes.
So I'll bip to there for free. Get in a position where I can shoot you in the face.
Yeah.
And
I assume you're birdie?
My bird will move. I need to play Survivor's Guilt first to reduce my AP by 1.
So you're on 4?
So I'm only on 4 this turn, which is a bit of a shame, because if I had stayed on 5, I could have used Precision this turn.
Would have been nice.
To assign my damage, to skip his armour altogether.
Yeah.
His armour's not massive, but 2 extra damage would have been great.
Yeah. Are you far away from your big trick?
Yeah, about halfway.
Okay.
I could burn the cards to get it in there so I get a second activation. We'll see. So, bird moves in. 3 green, 1 red with +2 damage for flanking. So, now for those 3, 4, 5. So he's going to put 3 damage on the Wrathsworn 2.
So I'll take 2 away and put a 5 down.
Okie dokie.
So he's now on 16.
Yep. And then 4 green dice for Vanessa herself.
With +2, so 5 base. Becomes 3 damage auto.
Just making sure I can't see anything else if there's... No, there's nothing else there.
So 3 damage, 5.
So another 4 on that. So 4 and 5's 9, so 7 damage onto him.
Nice. So 7 is another 5. 2. He's only got 2 health left.
He does only have, as you say, 2 health left. So if I burnt those to get another activation, and then hope for another big roll to kill him. That leaves Alexander free to go off to help Caparocca.
Yeah, and maybe not this round, but next round if we're still going, I should be able to get his big savagery off, which essentially lets him get 3 attacks.
So I will chuck all those cards for 5 power, and then dump her ultimate. The woman possessed. At the end of her activation, she may activate again.
Ah.
So
Now, it's the end of your activation, so you get to draw 3 more cards.
First aid, dive, my Hawkman dive. Stronger together. Yeah, don't really need any of those.
And I forgot to retaliate again. Oh well.
Nobody's attacked you yet.
I thought someone. No, they didn't.
This is the very first people to activate.
Sorry.
So, attacks then with Vanessa. 4 shots with +5 for my flanking base damage. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6 points of damage.
He is very dead.
He is very dead.
Bye-bye.
Vanessa gets 3 loot cards. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Greater power. With greater power comes a greater chance of not finding another greater power. Gain 3 power. Thank you.
I love the comments on the loot cards.
Thank you, Tony Stank.
They are the best part.
I'll chuck it into tenacity. It's one she's more likely to use.
Yeah.
5 gold for a bit of jade.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
And 1 gold for a gold coin. I'll just share a gold coin from there.
Okay. Right. So that's dead.
That, as you say, is dead.
Yeah.
Discuss.
We'll move forward one. Right. I would like to make a suggestion.
Yes.
Alexander should go first.
Yes.
That way, if he fluffs it, you can boogie over here.
Okay.
Or I can try here first. And if it looks like I've got that, you can then just lump into him.
If that's the spirit, well, if we get the spirit lever and fluff it, we get 2 additional undead this turn. Plus, we get 2 crawling out of the pit if we don't get a successful activation.
Yeah.
If I go over there and that's the spirit, we're definitely getting probably 4 this turn because you're not going to be able to pull the... Yeah.
Strength?
It's going to be tricky either way.
Yeah.
We really need to take down Mr. Makati in there.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking let's have Alexander go first and see what he can do.
Yep.
All right, so start of his turn, he will draw 1. He's got some first aid. That's 4. I'll put him on 10. Aha!
Oh.
Okay, watch this. So I discard these.
Yes.
For 4 power.
Okay.
Putting me on 10.
I'm with you.
I will move.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. I am then going to use
bird away.
Savagery.
Yes.
Cost 10. And I now get to attack him 3 times.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Don't mess up.
3 green and 1 red. And I get to do this on him 3 times. His armor is 2, so I'm doing 1 damage automatic.
Okay.
Plus whatever I roll.
1, 2,
5
3,
damage.
4, so it's 5 to begin with. Yep.
5 of the finest.
Hang on, I'll just put them over here because this one's dead.
Yep. Second verse, same as the first.
2, 4. Plus your base 1.
5 again.
5 again.
And I got 1 magic. That does nothing.
Yep.
Last one. That'll be 6.
5, so 6 this time.
Yes. So he's got 4 health left. He's looking right now. So I would say activate and hammer him.
Yeah, so he's only got 4 points left.
Yeah, I think we've got it here.
So if I activate Caparocca.
Yep, so that'll move forward.
I discard through rock for 2. And then shield bash to assign 5 damage so I don't have to roll. I just go 5 damage straight through his armor, which will kill him. And give Caparocca 3 delightful loot cards.
Yeah. There you go. Here. Have the shinies.
Loot,
You
loot,
burned
loot.
them. You murdered someone. It's all good. It's all you.
Power. You don't need to drink it. The power was in you all along.
Oh, so motivational.
2 power for me.
We're not worried.
I get power. You could try to fit more power in there, but it's too powerful. Getting 2 power.
Glorious.
And heal self for 15. So that will remove the bleed on me.
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Yeah,
Because
he
that
should have
would've
took
been
one more,
beautiful.
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that, everybody, is the last one dead. We are victorious.
We are victorious. Let me get the book of victoriousness,
Yes.
and see where we are. So, we have slain all the enemies.
We have
are
indeed.
victorious in our victory.
Yes. And it feels good.
Turn to T8. Leveraged victory. We each receive 5 XP.
Cool, so that's 10.
And choose one of the following 2 loot cards or 2 consumables.
Oof.
I would go 2 loot.
Yeah, I go
You might get a thingy thing.
I'll do 2 loot for Alexander. So he gets power, just what the doctor ordered, at a hospital that's totally going to get shut down.
Nice.
Nothing. There's a fair chance whoever dropped this didn't have pockets. What did you expect?
That is very true.
All right, 2 for Adina. We have a gold chest, so it's 3 gold. What's it say on that? The chest weighs more than the gold inside. Nothing. Better loot next time, statistically speaking.
Statistically speaking. Caparocca gets an accessory. Time to break out the scroll of identify. Draw 1 accessory.
Okay, where are the
And he
accessories?
also gets start with some light sketches until you get the shape you want. Wait, what? Accessory. Draw 1 accessory. So I get 2 accessories.
Which
so
are
the accessories are the cups and they're
cups.
commons.
So you get 2 of these.
Yeah. So Caparocca is
What beautification have you received?
he is going to be rocking an alchemist's backpack where I can equip +3 consumables.
Okay, clearly that's a beer keg.
I actually got 2 of those, so I get +6 consumables.
2 beer kegs.
Nice, it's very good. And the delightful young Vanessa,
Yeah, what did she find?
she finds a consumable. In fact, she finds 2 consumables.
Okay, consumable 1, consumable 2. There you go, sir. What lovely, lovely things are you drinking?
So greater healing self for 15 and a greater healing self for 15, which can be kept for next time.
Yeah.
So we reach what appears to be the end of this little adventure. New occupancy. Capic inspected one of the falling party's foes, retrieving a blade from the skeleton's gnarled grasp and twisting it in the dim light. This was forged in Mokata a very long time ago. I thought their garb looked familiar, Adina said, standing next to Kappa. Likely from the reign of Amoset the Wise. Capic furrowed his brow. Could they be from when Tar Pit was part of the Makati Empire? I don't see how, Adina said, turning around and raising her torch, spinning slowly to catch the flickering light on the ceiling. These catacombs aren't nearly old enough. Capic tossed the Makati blade on the ground and shrugged. Perhaps they were dug near a Makati tomb, and her friends here became lonely. Adina flinched at the faint echo from further inside the catacombs. Do you think there could be more? She pulled the torch to the side to see if the visibility was somehow better. Or is this enough to take to Davor? No one would build a tomb for these poor sods, but we have discovered what lurks in the catacombs at least. Capic unceremoniously grabbed the head of one of the Makati corpses and ripped it off. This would be all the proof we need if we feel we've done our part this day. The party has earned the new occupancy title, and we also ended the demo with the open catacombs title. And that is the demo for Stormsunder.
I have to say, the game really puts you in the pressure cooker once it's game on.
Yeah.
Like, I felt that it could have went either way the entire game.
And you were very lucky with the ridiculous roll for the first lever.
Yeah,
If that had been one that I'd laid my hands on and fluffed, which, let's face it, half the time you are.
Yeah, there's 2 more of these you have to deal with.
And the Makati warriors are substantially better than the Makati spearmen.
Well, here's the question. Are they level 1 or level 2?
And the Makati spearmen are bad enough.
Yeah, because that's something that has me curious, because the level 1s are pretty beefy, but they're weak against magic. The level 2s are really beefy and have some magic defense.
Our survey says each time you fluff, level 2 Makati warrior spawns.
Right, so let me quickly run you through this stat line. 22 health, 3 movement, 2 regular defense, 1 healing defense, worth 2 loot. Their basic attack is 3 red. They have a heavy swing for 4 green, which can stun you. They have a +3 defense against non-adjacent attackers. Ancient armor on each magical roll. Ignore 1 damage and assign 1 damage to adjacent attackers.
Yeah.
Those are horrendous.
And we would get 2 of those
That's
a turn,
44 wounds.
crawling out of the pit
Yep.
every turn until we successfully pull a lever.
Yeah.
Now, the nice thing is once you know the lever there is the agility one, even if he fluffs his roll, he can just stand there every turn pulling it until he's successful.
Yank.
It's if you have to start chasing one.
Yeah.
If that one ended up being the strength away in this corner and Kappa Rocca is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's
3 rounds,
3 rounds away. 6 more Makati warriors behind him.
Yeah.
While we cry.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think, honestly, in this mission, the best one to pull first, that I would suggest, is this one here. Because it's pretty centralized.
Yeah. If you have to, well...
Because you're either on your way there, or you know you have to leave there for your slowest guy.
Yeah, I do like the idea of pulling the one in here first.
Yeah, here?
Because if you've got that, and that's your 1 in 3 chance, that could be terrible.
Yeah.
But at least everybody can get in there fairly quickly. You can pull it in, or you can just ignore it. These 2 are in the same zone. You could potentially just sit in this zone then and know that...
And play ping pong.
Somebody will get it and you don't have too far to move. But regardless, even getting to here, having to go through the storyline, there were several junctures where we passed rolls where if we'd fluffed them, we would have ended up playing a completely different first game.
Yeah, we would have had other encounters that could have cropped up.
That's the rulebook. That's not what I want. So if we had failed to get past the guards, we would have ended up fighting the guards with the guard captain in the middle here, and that's if we had Alexander and we fluffed it.
Yeah. If
we had brought Alexandra and not Alexander, we would have actually went for a similar setup. But in this case, it tells you Alexandra has to deploy here. It's a different deployment. The guard captain isn't there because you kill her because you're mental. So we would have been fighting less guards with less of a hero, but a bit more, emptied.
Yeah, and but it does give you that really nice replayability to the game, where you can play through again, and depending on what roles you get during those story encounters, you can have a very different gaming experience.
Oh yeah, and this one, if I hadn't been so courageously strong in picking up the beam and letting you all walk through, we would have actually ended up in this layout, where we would have been starting in the middle and undead on both sides of us.
With the levers again?
Are there levers in this one? No, there are whole other different traps in here. Because we wouldn't have been in that room, we would have been in
a different room,
preceding chamber. So yeah, I think it's ingenious the way it's built up.
Well, I mean, like the engineering to it, there's really good tactical plays you can do, because I know I do it a lot. I quarterback a bit by trying to come up with how would this run, what's the activation sequence. But that sometimes is the fun for me, is figuring out what is the most efficient way to murder something. Yeah,
I think for a game like this, you probably have to. And even when you've got through that part, the storyline itself and having those different options woven in, where you may want to do something and your party might not want to do it. If, for example, we'd murdered up for Vanessa, chances are Adina possibly may not have been a fan of that, although it was a vampire, so we don't know. Wow. And then you get these people wandering off or coming back later on, or it changes how they view the rest of the party and how the party will work as a group.
Yeah. Now, as for the split decision we had at the start of the game, that's a standard thing that we as gamers just do is, I want to do one thing, you want to do another, there's 2 of us, there's no decided vote, roll off.
We have a choice of 3. Yeah. And if we were playing, every time you play, you always have 4 players. Even if you don't have 4 people around the table. So even if there was 1 person here, they would have 4 characters out of their pool in front of them. So we have a pool of 6 to choose from. And it's just up to you how you decide to break up those choices, whether it's a dice roll or actually if there were 3 people here playing, you could actually just raise hands, vote that way.
Yeah. Well, I know there are some where it does call to vote, but if you're playing one-on-one together like this, that roll off is really good for it.
Yeah.
I think the miniatures were gorgeous.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the aesthetic of running through the tomb. The tiles are absolutely beautiful. I think it's definitely one everybody should be checking out.
Yeah, this is just a prototype version of
Yeah.
it. And I have to say, as far as prototyping go, it's absolutely superb. The resolution and the detailing on the prototype versions is amazing already. So there's quite a lot of work has gone in behind the scenes already to get this into position to head to Kickstarter. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth checking out. And there seems to be enough interest in the core game by itself without going into the expansions. If they go into the expansions, there seems to be a ton of storyline in there with a lot of replayability as well.
Yeah, again, it's basically a level up of the old fighting fantasy books, because I mean, like, you can dive in, and whenever you come to your fights, it's so deep, so engaging. I just really love it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, I tell you what, get your comments down below. Tell us what you thought of the game. We will move on. We will see you again another time.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.